Hey guys, it's Terry here from Money Matters for Everybody, and I wanted to record a brief video today because I came across a Medscape article just recently that was titled, "Lose Weight, Gain Huge Debt." It's an article about a New York provider who is suing over 300 patients that had bariatric surgery. And the practice accuses that these patients failed to pay, failed to pass on out of network reimbursement. So I guess the insurance company actually sent the checks to the insured, and then the insured was responsible to send it over to the provider. It's crazy though, 300 lawsuits. I kind of question whether there's some fraud there, and it'll be interesting to see how this pans out. With 300 people, you feel like they could probably get together with a class action lawsuit, so that'll be interesting to follow. This kind of falls into yesterday's conversation that I posted talking about financial toxicity, but also kind of falls into the fasting fold. So I don't know if it's divine intervention that I'm supposed to talk about this, but I wanted to kind of hop on here and just provide a very brief reminder. So this practice was a private equity practice, and private equity is getting into the medical system quite a lot lately. So let the buyer beware. Private equity, these are people that are in it for the money, and that is it. They're not in it because they care about you, they're in it for the bottom line. Physician-owned practices, I believe, are probably a better alternative than a private equity, especially if you're dealing with the medical system. And just some food for thought. Yes, doctors still want to make money too. Let's not, everybody wants to make money, okay? We're not here to do stuff for free, and we need to survive. But in a physician-owned practice, the doctors really do have more skin in the game, more control, and I think it's a better alternative to private equity. But in this particular instance, I wanted to send out a reminder that if you are considering having a medical procedure, and bariatric surgery we'll talk a little bit about separately, I want you to get a second, third, fourth, fifth opinion. I want you to listen to your gut. If what you're hearing makes sense to you, I want you to take your time to review the paperwork put in front of you. I want you to question whether this is necessary. Okay, there is a huge alternative, much cheaper alternative to bariatric surgery. It's called fasting. And pick up a $20 book by Dr. Jason Fung called The Obesity Code. Check it out, implement it. There's plenty of people in that book and on those boards who were considering bariatric surgery but opted for fasting instead. Fasting is hard at first. You do get used to it, and it's super empowering when you can get through an extended fast. And sometimes they'll actually start patients that are severely obese or diabetic on a 2-week fast, 2-week water fast, water, bone broth, which made me cringe, but how empowering that must feel at the end of 2 weeks to know that you can actually shed type 2 diabetes and shed obesity. That's fantastic. Understand what the alternatives are, and understand in writing what you are signing, the paperwork you're signing, what your responsibility is going to be, what the procedure costs, what your insurance will pay, what you will be responsible for. 60 people in this lawsuit, in these lawsuits, each owe individually over $100,000. I mean, we talked about financial toxicity yesterday. That's bananas. So absolutely know what you're signing up for. That's it. So I hope that this has been helpful for you. And this applies to any medical procedure. Make sure that you know what you're signing up for, and make sure you get it in writing what your responsibility is going to be. And please, for the love of Jesus, don't sign paperwork that you haven't read word for word and understand. All right, guys, have a good day. Take care. Can you stop?